Boy, have we devolved. Yes!
Okay, if you guys got everything you needed to make your own spin-off series, what would it be like? Like plot-wise and other gags and everything.
Wow. Ever read Tom Stoppard?
Yeah?
Something like really irreverently classic. And
Yeah, something like that. Oh, I gotta say, Penn and Teller's new show, which I cannot.
Bullshit!
I'm not lying about this. I think it would be something like that. It would be an adult show, though, would it not?
It's bullshit!
Oh my God, it would be an adult show. It would be an adult show. Actually, maybe I should go this way. Yeah. Right there. Yes.
What was it like having Goldar and Rito as your servants?
There's many means in this place. Say that one more time. What was it like
having Goldar and Rito as your servants for a short amount of time?
Well, Danny Stalkup played Rito. So I like having him in the costume because I can kick him off camera. And he's a stuntman, so when he was out of costume, he'd always be punching me. And I was like, oh, look who's in the costume now. Go back to one, sorry, Danny. Danny's an awesome fight choreographer, director, stuntman.
This is the guy that I was pointing out originally.
When you guys were in the movie, the Power Rangers, the movie, the first one, and stuff, you guys were on the little balloons and shooting people and all that stuff. How was that whole experience in the movie? Like, how was that experience?
Well, it was cool because somebody sent you to Australia for like 7 months. And that was like, wow, you know? And of course they had that per diem thing, right, where they pay you like $50 a day. Well, when you're in a place for 7 months, $50 a day suddenly is like a bunch of money. Especially when you're getting paid anyway to work. So like periodically we would get these checks and we'd be like, let's go buy some fireworks. Now we would be like, I want to go buy a convertible Ford Falcon. And if I can't find one, I'm going to find one with a top and I'm going to cut it off. So we would do some really, I mean, the trip that he took where he found the,
Yeah.
Right.
He was out like hanging out with this Hungarian opal miner in the outback. Wow. So really the true benefit of that experience for us was that we got to be supporting characters, work 1 to 2 days a week for 7 months, and be paid to experience a really wonderful country with some really interesting parallels to our own. East to west migration, oppression of indigenous peoples. The Australians and the Americans are, we've cast off the crowd, and they, to some extent, have not. They still pay fealty in some respect. But we love Australia. It was really great, man.
Yeah,
great place.
It was a hell of a cultural experience. I mean, that's for sure. The actual filming of the movie is odd. It was such a small portion of that whole thing.
Yeah, totally. Like really, in the aggregate, it was a very small portion of the experience for us.
And you got to remember, this comes at the time most people are going to college. So for some of us,
what's that?
College is this place that people go to waste money.
Jason Narvy, PhD.
No, but in all seriousness, I mean, a lot of people know that was Steve's first apartment. That was my first apartment. I think it was Johnny's first apartment. So, well, no, that wasn't Johnny's first apartment. But a lot of people. Anyway, so let's go back over this way. Right smack dab in the middle. Yes, you in the purple.
Okay. Offset, how often did you guys interact with the voice actors?
Oh, quite a bit. Quite a bit because at least I did, and Narvy did too on Beetleborgs. He was in the motorcycle. So,
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, Mass Rider. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Wrong forgettable series. So we would. All right, that's wrong. So we would always run into those guys, and basically they were. Almost without exception, they were folks that had worked for Harmony Gold, and I was huge fans of all of their work. And they had done some really cool stuff that I was totally into. So to get the chance to sit with, for instance, Tom Miner's here today. Tom's a great producer and director. Yeah, he's here. He's not dead! and it's Carol, and so I got to really meet a lot of really cool people whose work I admired, and I got to learn a lot from them. Because I did a lot of voice work for Spawn too, on their various myriad crazy horrible shows.
Let's get this poor dude over here. He's holding up the wall. Don't move. That wall's gonna come down.
You guys were in Australia for 7 months. How many episodes of Power Rangers did you guys film?
were shooting the feature film, the 20th Century Fox movie 1, but then they kept us too long because of the schedule. And so they had to shoot some episodes for February sweeps.
Yeah.
So I think we ended up doing 8 or 9.
No, I think it was less than that because we planned to do a three-parter.
Oh, yeah.
So and that got canceled because of weather. So we filmed that one kind of, pastiche kind of one.
Yeah.
That was 1 episode or 2 episodes. Then we did one for Old City Council. It was probably 5 episodes.
It was not a lot of shooting the series.
Well,
But it was cool because Shugi was directing and he let me direct a little bit and we were allowed to AD, which was really a great experience.
Yeah. And it was 4 months, not 7.
It felt like 7.
Yeah, this lady right here at the camera.
I just wanted to know, I saw on YouTube the behind the scenes of the Turbo movie, and your special, and I loved it, by the way. But I wanted to know, what was the fascination with Austin's chair, and did you ever hold it?
Well, the answer to your question is Cleveland. Pineapple. Minnesota. The power of non sequitur is significant because anything becomes funny if repeated enough times. Cleveland. Pineapple. Minnesota.
It's cracking up. Oh.
So when you repeat a word so many times it ceases to have all meaning, it begins to take on some life of its own, It just becomes like a sound that you're making. that was it. So like when we were told we were going to be expected to do some funny stuff for that ancillary material, obviously we didn't dig deep. But to me it was funny, Austin's chair is just laughing.
Okay, let's go to the other side. Forward back. Yes, stand up.
When you guys came back for Forever Red, there's an outtake in YouTube where you fall down into a pool and you kind of mumble to yourself, 444 episodes of this.
Holy, I'm shocked.
Is that your opinion on the quality of the show now, or
What is that?
is that your opinion on the quality of the show is taken, or?
Oh, you're trying to rake some mud up.
No, it's funny. I mean, for God's sakes, we have 440 episodes. We're doing a shtick that we like. We have done a billion times.
Exactly. And the reunion episode was shot in Lancaster. It was 800 degrees, where you have 3 lines, and they make you wait 7 hours before you get to utter something. So by the time he finally got to fall in the pool, finally, it was night. It was nighttime.
And you guys have to remember, a lot of our humor, I mean, obviously, we have you guys to laugh. If we're really being funny, we'll hear you guys, it's not like, there, our audience was the crew. If they would have a long day, they were bitter. So our job half the time was to make them laugh. Because then we knew we were on, they loved us for it, we loved them. That's how we were having fun on the set, is making jokes that only they would laugh at. We didn't figure that 10 years later somebody would be like, you know what?
I was wondering, were you bitter? A little bitter? Hey, you guys, thank you so much for coming to the...
Yay! That's it for Golden Skull. See ya.
Remember, don't let anybody tell me or tell you that you're not funny, because you are all some funny...